Listen, I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I do not, emphasis on do not, want to study. However, if I want to be able to succeed in life, I have to do what I don't want to do because it is in the things you don't want to do that determines your success. So, that being said, the number one thing that breeds success is consistency. Also, saying F you to your feelings and doing what you need to do regardless of how you feel. I know that sounds crazy, but trust me, your feelings are going to prevent you from doing the things you need to do in a lot of cases. The human brain is there to literally protect you. It has evolved to identify things we don't like, to identify dangers. Don't you think it's going to deter you from doing the things you don't want to do? So, while it's very helpful in a lot of situations that your brain actually works in that manner, being successful is where it really jacks you up. So, remaining consistent, no matter how you feel, means you will be successful. It might not be instantaneous, it's going to take you some time, it's definitely going to take a lot of sacrifice, okay? But it will get you there. So, when someone asks me, how do you study 4 to 6 hours a day? How do you study every single day, day in, day out? Even when you don't want to. When everybody else is going out, I don't hang out with friends. I don't party. I don't even drink alcohol. I don't even go out to dinner 99% of the time. Most of the time, I'll be like, you know what, I need to study. I can't do this. I can't do that. But it has paid off tremendously. As somebody who was literally taken away by Child Protective Services, I can tell you right now, my life could have been so much different had I not developed the mindset that I have now. And it has paid off. I have been promoted quite a few times. I learn a lot. I learn from everything and anyone. Legitimately, it doesn't matter where I am, what I'm doing, I learn from everything, even if it's what not to do or what not to be like. I still learn something. There's a lesson in everything. I'm always observing things. I'm always paying attention. I'm reading between the lines because I was able to develop that capability pretty early on in life. I'm sure you can guesstimate why, but it ended up being an advantage, right? So, that being said, I'm trying to think how to structure this. You know, they tell you to follow your dreams. They don't always tell you that, like, it can be difficult. They'll say, oh, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And that's true to an extent, but you have to remember also that you are human. So even if you get to the point that you're doing what you love, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to get burnout. You're going to be tired. You're going to get lazy. You're going to procrastinate. Like, it doesn't absolve you of being human just by doing what you love. You're still human. So the same goes for even for success, getting on that road to where you want to be able to pursue your dreams. Or if you don't know what your dreams are, right? Now you're just trying all these different paths, all these different avenues, looking at all this information, trying things, being like, you know, what is it that I really want to do? My advice for those types of situations, even along the line of if you know what you want to do, is when you're doing things and you're building skill sets, you're studying, you're learning, notice what are the things that align with your natural skills, what aligns with the way you naturally think and structure things, and also pay attention to what you try to avoid, right? Like, for me, I would say the most difficult aspect of cybersecurity has always been networking. Why? I can tell you easily. I'm terrible with mathematics. So once numbers are involved with anything, I'm like... So So, like, even reading through packets, right? You're looking at it. There's a bunch of numbers. There's a bunch of information. You're looking at IP addresses. You're looking at MAC addresses. You're looking at any kind of metadata within those packets. Even when I'm doing things with photography, right? If I want to, like, where was this picture taken? What time was it taken at? What are the different... Oh, how do I explain it without getting too into photography? Like, what settings was the image or video taken with? Is there any kind of like overlays, LUTs? Is there any kind of editing? Like all those things, right? When you go into all of that, a lot of that has to do with mathematics, which I noticed I naturally have a tendency of having a longer or more difficult time of learning, depending on what it is. It's not like everything within like networking is hard, right? It's not like everything within photography is hard. There's just certain aspects, right, that I'm like, as soon as I see numbers, it's like, I don't even want to do this anymore. It could be something so simple, but I noticed that I have a natural tendency to avoid that. So what does that mean? It means I am not going to be a developer. That's an easy one for me to be like, you know what? I can do some coding, I can do some scripting, but I'm not ever going to be a developer, right? And I learned that over time, right? I just identified, what are the triggers that gets me to be like, what are the things I avoid? What is the things I like? What is the things I don't like? What are the things I absolutely hate? What are the sections? Like, I'm doing the Sand Cyber Academy, right? What is the section I deterred from to move into another section, right? You best believe it was the networking aspect. I was like, it's very important and concrete. Like, a lot of it was actually really easy to get to, but it was just some sections where it was like, even just like the basics, right? Going over binary and binary. I'm like, I don't even want to look at this. It's easy, right? It's easy stuff. I know it. I don't want to look at it. Even though I know it, I don't want to do it. You see? That's why it's really important to learn what you flow with, what helps you enter a flow state. That's how you know what? I think I should align who I am as a person, what my mindset is, what my natural skills are, enhance those natural skills, align my goals with all of that, and then on the side, identify what is my weakness, what do I suck at, what do I need to learn, what am I literally derailing myself from doing, what is it that I absolutely hate, and then you work on a game plan to tackle all of that, right? Like, you can be at the bottom, right, of knowing absolutely nothing, not being able to do it, completely avoiding it. And you can build yourself up. You're not going to probably hit, the masterminds of all these things, right? Like, I'll never be a developer. And I'll, like, start out, like, down here. It's going to take me months. And I might go, like, a little bit higher, right? Spend a few more months. Go a little bit higher. Keep up with it. All of a sudden, a little bit higher, and then I hit the point where the foundation's laid, right? I know a lot of it, even though I don't like it. And now all of a sudden, information becomes so much easier to build. I might not be hitting up here, but I know enough to hit here. And as my life goes on, I can keep adding to that slowly over time, right? I can absolve myself of this failure aspect of my personality that when I look at something and it has to do with math, I immediately am deterred, right? I'm getting better at it, little by little, by making myself do it. And I'm sure there's something that you probably have that's similar, probably not as bad as I am with mine, but you can get through it. You can essentially like force yourself, motivate yourself, grow through it. It's just growing pains, treat it as such, move past it, and be successful in that. I mean, look, Einstein, literally, let's be real, everyone said he was absolute trash at math. Then all of a sudden he was a genius. Don't you think he did what I just said and got there? Do you really think one or two people taught him enough and he didn't do anything but get taught by someone else, right? He didn't have anything to do with his own success in that avenue. That's right. Consistency is key. Making yourself do the things even if you don't want to do it. It's hard. It's not easy. It was never meant to be easy though. But that is how I have found that I have been able to succeed in so many things, even when I'm absolutely incompetent at the start. And I mean absolutely incompetent. I'm not joking. So, just wanted to come on and, give us some tips that I think are the most impactful. Like, I could sit here and tell you all these different study techniques. I can tell you all this motivational stuff. But until you master what I've already gone over, until you start looking at it, hone in, scope it out, build a game plan, long-term trajectory, all your little micro things and goals and steps that you need to hit over time. Without that, nothing else is going to work. Oh my gosh, I can't even speak English. No study technique is going to work. No motivational speech is going to help you. No quotes are going to help you. No posts are going to help you. No videos. Nothing is going to help you until you've laid the foundation of doing the things that you need to do. Staying consistent, building up your game plan, building up yourself, developing within yourself and your mindset. Nothing is ever going to get you there without that. So that is at the core of success. Once you can master that, everything else comes easy. And it's not like you're going to master it and never grow from it. It is like literally World of Warcraft, okay? You're literally going to keep leveling up and leveling up forever. And guess what? That's a good thing. Because that means you can build tremendous success. But guess what? The world may have never seen before. You never know where you'll end up if you do it. If you don't do it, you're definitely never going to know. And you're never going to be able to literally reap what you sow. So stay committed. Stay on target. Make a game plan. Develop the mind frame. Adjust when you need to because you're still human. But still make sure that you are committed. And you'll succeed. Trust me. I learned the hard way. You will too. That's okay. You got this.